Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Up to make the tackle, Phillip Gaines. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And they'll run for it with Miller. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep it with Miller on 1st down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Switch it. 24.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, they took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line. Mike, 53. Alert! Mike,
Watson hands this to Foreman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll go with Foreman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. 33
yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in. And the Texans are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Faking the give. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Returnable here for Callaway. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Check 41. And here we go. Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Screenplay, Johnson. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, 42 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 68 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Mayfield, he's going to go for a big play. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 51 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Terrence Mitchell right there on the coverage. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown of this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing, Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Regular. Go.
And again, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
This is Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Watson, flush to his right. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
3rd and long. It's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They begin this drive with Chubb, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that takes us from second to third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
To try again after the sack. Watson steps away to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Mayfield down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. The fullback comes through with a big play there.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Set. 19. 57. Come on. So we got man.
On first down, Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
180! Check back.
Mayfield to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
It's going to be a long day. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
It's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Mayfield on first down, rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans are going to win the football game.
Check 53. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Miller. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And Watson's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
They don't want to keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Alert!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Got to do better. Let's go.
Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles.